My 23 female younger sister is yet again pregnant. She's 18 and this will make baby number 2. She was excited and had a cute announcement party for my parents and me. All three of us were giving each other hard eye contact the entire time. None of us were happy or thought this was a good idea. I'm 99% sure it was planned. She's 4 months in, so it's a bit too late to discuss alternative options. My parents are talking to her about it and the next steps. But for me, I don't think I want to be involved with either child anymore. Teen pregnancies suck, but they do happen. For the first one, I stayed local for college. I didn't move out, so they had the extra support and income. Heck, I was even working extra hours to help support financially. The first one was a happy little accident, but this second one feels like a massive slap in the face. Mentally, I feel done. I've had enough. They aren't my babies, and they were not my choice. My sister was having a hard time as she was expecting everything to continue the same and for us to be a big happy family. My parents have already had a big chat and put their foot down, telling her she needs to sort herself out and contribute much more. She's come to me and told me she thought they would be happy for her and that she doesn't like their attitude. She doesn't even know my opinions yet. I needed time to collect myself, otherwise I would have thrown a full-on hissy fit at her. But I'm going to move out. I want to stop giving her money and my time and energy babysitting and picking up odd jobs involved with a baby in the house. The first baby daddy isn't involved at all. The second one I doubt is going to be involved either. They argue a lot and don't seem to actually like each other. I don't want to be mean and describe him, but he's easily deadbeat material who drinks his money away. The original idea with just baby number 1 in the picture is that she focuses on school and then goes to a local college afterward. They have a babysitting room for students, so she would go finish her education and not be completely stuck. Get a part-time job and we'll make it work. But that plan is out the window now. I don't know what her plans are now or what she was thinking. The future for her is in limbo right now, and she's messed up in such a way that she won't get out of it. I feel so bad for my parents. They're fantastic, but no matter how I write about the situation, they will come across as crappy. There are no correct decisions here for them either. It's such a difficult situation for them. I know she needs the support now more than ever, and I don't want to give her any. So, am I the idiot for no longer giving her money and free babysitting? Good heavens, 2 babies at 18 and she thought everyone would be happy for her? She's in cloud cuckoo land. This is like reality TV, without moving pictures on a slow day at work. You are not the idiot. She's acting entitled. She should be grateful. Your help is a huge favor, not a right. You don't have to take responsibility for her children. Her body, her choice, her life, her responsibility. And the father's. I feel pity for her children, but they ain't your problem. You go your way, make your choices. For your parents, I don't think it will be simply cutting her off. The lesson she apparently learned from the first pregnancy was, "Ooh, I'm the center of attention. I get lots of love. I'm fully supported. I like this. Let's keep this show on the road." Unintended consequences strike again. OP definitely needs to start living her own life. Her sister is only too willing to allow OP to sacrifice herself to continue to enable her to live a comfortable pregnant life. If you keep doing what you're doing, OP, you can look forward to pregnancy 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'd really like to have another little baby. It'll be cool. My family will provide for me. Money, babysitting, etc. Yes, it's time for a reality check for this immature mother-to-be. You've done your bit. It's time for her to accept her responsibilities. Your parents don't come across as crappy in any way. Your entitled, expectant sister is the only villain in this story. You and your parents helped someone who needed help, and your sister took advantage of that help. Your sister treated it like an opportunity for everyone except her to take advantage of her irresponsibility. If the reality check had come a little earlier, maybe a second baby wouldn't be coming. Where's the man that she keeps letting impregnate her? People like this always want to fall back on a village, but will never hold the actual father of their children accountable. It's really sad. Advise your parents to get her an attorney to handle child support. Good Lord, OP, please move out and have your own life. I, 28, am a Muslim woman. I wasn't raised Muslim, but I converted during a difficult time in my life. My husband, 30, was there for me during this time, has always understood my reasons, and is very supportive despite being an atheist. My husband's sister, 24, is getting married and asked me to be a bridesmaid, which I'm thrilled to do. We've chosen a modest dress I can wear with a hijab, and there are no qualms on that front. The issue comes with her bachelorette party. She wants a Vegas-themed party and all the girls must wear bikinis in coordinating colours. Now, I wouldn't mind this if I was just in the company of women, but I cannot show my body off in front of men, and two of the bridesmaids are my sister-in-law's gay best friends, male 24 and male 25. These two guys are lovely and I have absolutely no issue with them, but I cannot wear a bikini in front of them. I tried to compromise with my sister-in-law and wear something modest but still in the colour scheme, but she says I'm being phobic and ruining the party's vibe. She said if I can't wear a bikini, I shouldn't bother being a bridesmaid. My husband said I need to do whatever makes me feel comfortable. Still, my mother-in-law, 62, says I'm driving a wedge in the family over nothing. It isn't like I've never worn a bikini before and I can set aside my ideas for one night. She said that they don't count as men under the Muslim definition because they're gay and won't look at me like that, and I'm purposefully being difficult. My sister-in-law has followed through with uninviting me over this and said she'll never be able to see me the same way again because of my selfish behaviour. So I come to ask if I am being an idiot. To be honest, I even think your religion is beside the point. You don't want to wear a bikini. No matter the reason, you are not the idiot for saying no. The idea that just because someone is getting married means they get to dictate every little detail is crazy to me. I wouldn't wear a bikini and I'm an atheist. Sorry, sister-in-law cares about photos more than friendships. While it's one thing to make your bridesmaids wear an ugly shade of green or something, it's pretty different to demand they violate their comfort zones to this degree. It doesn't make a difference to me if you don't want to wear a bikini for religious reasons or body image reasons or any reason. Sister-in-law is in the wrong for trying to force you to wear one. Also, this isn't a phobic issue. The guy being gay isn't part of the problem at all. If they were fine with you wearing a modest dress for the wedding ceremony, what's the difference for the bachelorette party? One day they respect your religion and your choices, and the next one they're not? To me, they seem that they're just entitled, and it feels like it's just an excuse for them to bring this issue up. It was just a matter of time because the behaviour really didn't make sense. Do what feels right for you, and don't feel forced to do anything to please them. You've been respectful, and they need to do the same and don't act like hypocrites. Bio daughter's dad and my relationship did not end on good terms. While I tried my best to keep the children out of it, he disagreed, and in an attempt to get the kids to side with him, he went on a smear campaign against me. While he didn't accomplish his goal of getting them to want to be with him, he was successful in straining my relationship with my daughter. I tried therapy and everything possible, but she stopped participating once she was old enough to refuse. I remarried when my bio daughter was 13 and my husband had a daughter 2 years younger than our bio daughter. Since the beginning, the girls didn't get along. At first, bio daughter was the one instigating, but eventually the hate became mutual in their teen years. Both girls are now in their mid-20s and their relationship hasn't gotten any better. Bio daughter is getting married next year and she's having a relatively large wedding. I knew since the beginning that my stepdaughter was not in the wedding party. Still, everyone assumed she was at least invited to the ceremony. While talking about the wedding, the topic of my stepdaughter was brought up. At that point, my daughter said that stepdaughter wasn't invited. When I asked why, her reasoning was that she wanted an intimate wedding. This would normally be a reasonable response, except that even friends she hadn't seen since elementary school were invited, but her stepsister was not, so I pressed her, and she said she wasn't invited because she's not family. I said if stepsister isn't family, then neither is stepdad and her half-siblings, and by proxy, I'm also not family, and so if it's a family-only wedding, then there's no point in me attending. She obviously got upset and started screaming, and ended up leaving. She told her aunts and grandparents, and everyone's saying that I'm an idiot for refusing to attend her wedding. You are the idiot. Who died and made you the wedding guest list police? You say your relationship is strained. I wonder why. Obviously, you favour your stepdaughter. You say their hate is mutual. Why on earth should I invite someone to my wedding who hates me? You can't choose family, but you can choose who you invite to your wedding. It's well within her right to exclude someone she dislikes and is disliked by. Why do you think it's reasonable to pressure her into inviting her stepsister with that kind of ultimatum? Why would it even be important to you? What is the benefit of having stepdaughter there at all? Sorry, but I think your daughter will go no contact soon, and she will be right. I agree with this. The relationship isn't strained because of the ex-husband. It's strained because Mom decided to prioritize her new family. If the girls mutually hate each other, why should daughter invite someone she hates to her wedding? You may be doing your daughter a favor by not attending her wedding. She doesn't need someone who can't put her first on one of her most important days. I hope your daughter goes no contact. It shouldn't be a big deal since you have your stepdaughter. Was it just me who felt cringe by OP calling her own daughter Bio? I suppose it was for clarity, but the massive overuse of Bio felt really awkward. Tell me your stepdaughter's the golden child without telling me she's the golden child. And we wonder why the bio child doesn't like stepdaughter. Bio daughter probably loves being referred to by bio too. You're a bio mom, idiot. I can't imagine why you're about to be estranged from your bio baby. Don't blame your ex for straining your relationship with your daughter. You've managed to kill the relationship all on your own. I, male 30, married my high school sweetheart at 19 and had 2 boys, tween and pre-tween. It wasn't a happy marriage, and the arrival of baby number 2 pushed us to divorce. We shared custody 50-50 for 5 years till I had to move to a different state for work. My ex and I discussed it, and she said she wanted to keep them full-time. She also wished for her husband to adopt our kids, and I agreed. He had been acting like a dad to them for 4 years and will be more of a dad to them now since I moved. I only started to date when I moved state. I realized a lot of women my age or younger plan to have kids in the future. I don't want to. I love my kids, but I know how hard it is to raise young children, and I don't want to do it again. Finally, I met this child-free woman and we clicked. 1 year into this, and I feel like she's for me, so I proposed and she said yes. When I told my ex-wife this, she called me an idiot for choosing to marry a woman who won't like our kids around. I told her I see the kids only on call or when I visit. And she does like kids, she just doesn't want her own. Since I'm playing distant uncle to them, it's apt she's playing distant aunt. My ex said it wasn't like that, and what would I do if something happened to her? I reminded her that her husband has adopted the kids and is a parent too. She asked what if they both died, and I told her I would step up as the single parent I am. I reminded her we're all young, so this is hypothetical, and I can't keep my life on hold for hypotheticals. She got mad, telling me I was ditching my responsibility towards the kids, and said I should always choose my kids. Her husband called me later, congratulating me on the engagement, and said he understood. My family is on my side over this, but ex-wife's family is blasting my phone and calling me an idiot. Am I the idiot? Based on your reported information, I'm not certain if this issue is just about your fiancé. It appears it's more about your current relationship with your kids. You are the idiot, OP. Playing a distant uncle is a crappy way to describe your relationship with your kids. Even thinking that is bizarre in my opinion. He signed his parental rights away. It would be similar to someone who put their children up for adoption but had an open adoption. He made the choice that he felt was best for his children, and if he's in another state and not an active role in their lives, at least he's admitting that and not keeping someone else from filling that need. After signing his rights away and having his wife's new husband legally adopt them, it would be inappropriate for him to continue acting like Dad of the Year, honestly. He's not an authority figure, he's not the active male role model in their life. Distant uncle is a pretty accurate way to describe the situation. OP's not the idiot. You're not the idiot for marrying a child-free woman. You're an idiot for leaving your children. I can't believe I'm seeing so many people defending this. You don't get to decide to play distant uncle to your own kids. Damn! You're certainly not a good person in general. The biggest lie in all this post is, I love my kids. You don't. You may not hate them or anything, but you've done nothing to be in their lives and blame them for your failing marriage like they asked to be born or something. Even the ex's husband knows the kids will be better with the mail carrier than with you. Update: am I the idiot for marrying a child-free woman when I have kids? My fiancée knows about my children and the circumstances. She has no problem with it as long as she's not expected to parent them, and I have no plan to ever ask her to be a parent. She has more of a fun aunt role with my kids. A lot of you are hung up on the distant uncle part. Let me clarify. My kids know I am their father. We video call almost every day, I visit them on long weekends and spend Christmas with them. I called my role that of an uncle because I know what the role of dad entails. I can't parent them from where I am. It's a fact. It was the best decision for the kids regarding ditching my responsibility to another guy. This guy was our friend, and he couldn't have kids of his own. Knowing that he will truly love my kids as his own allowed me to agree to adoption. About moving. My career is very important to me. The plan has always been to move since we married. Divorce and split custody made me stay on for 5 more years. Staying any more would have essentially ruined my career. I asked my ex if I could bring my kids or if they would consider moving. It was a no, saying her family was there. I would have fought for full custody, but with how young the kids are and because they have a 2-parent household, it felt like a better choice for them. Yes, they are my kids, and I love them, so I also know what was the best option for them. I'm not the greatest dad, no matter how much I try. I realized it only after having kids and seeing them with my ex. Loving isn't about holding close, it's also about making the best choices for everyone. Additionally, my move meant I could build a more substantial college fund for both kids and take them on better vacations. Dude, in a strictly technical sense, you're not wrong for your partner's choice since it's already been established that someone else is their primary father figure. But come on, you're a smart guy. What is your ex really communicating? She's saying, how could you further communicate a lack of interest in your own kids like this? You are the idiot for the real problem. Parental neglect hurts kids even when there's someone else to try to step into the role. Someone else wanting them doesn't take away the hurt of someone else not wanting them. I don't care how you justify it to yourself, you weren't sick or dying, you abandoned your children. No decent human being just walks away from his kids.